This story is sponsored by Multiservice Limited. Adventure awaits with Multiservice Limited. Join the 2026 Lagos to Cotonou Road Tour. Call or WhatsApp 081032858181 or 081817280005 for details and booking. Miss Amanda was the kind of teacher every child loved. She was patient, kind, and always ready to help. Her pupils loved being around her, parents trusted her, and the school staff respected her. To many people, Miss Amanda was not just a teacher, she was the heart of the school. But not everyone was happy for her. Miss Brenda smiled whenever people praised Miss Amanda, but deep inside, she was jealous. She hated how easily people loved her. She hated how the children ran to her, and most of all, she hated that Miss Amanda was becoming the school's favorite teacher. One afternoon, Mrs. Williams, the school principal, called the teachers together. She announced that one teacher would soon be promoted because of hard work, good character, and dedication. The room became quiet. Everyone already knew who had the best chance, Miss Amanda, but Miss Brenda could not accept it. From that day, Miss Brenda changed. She watched Miss Amanda closely. She listened to every conversation. She waited for the right moment to bring her down. To everyone else, she still looked calm, but in her heart, she had already made a decision. If Miss Amanda was going to be promoted, then Miss Amanda had to fall. The next morning, the school was thrown into confusion. Important documents had disappeared from Mrs. Williams' office. The documents were needed for the promotion process. Nobody understood how they went missing. Mrs. Williams was worried. The teachers were confused, and suddenly, the peaceful school became filled with suspicion. Later that day, a note was found on Mrs. Williams' desk. The note claimed that Miss Amanda knew something about the missing documents. At first, Mrs. Williams did not want to believe it, but the note was serious, and once people heard about it, the whispers began. Mrs. Williams ordered a search. The teachers checked the classrooms, offices, and staff room. Then someone opened Miss Amanda's drawer. Inside, they found an envelope connected to the missing documents. Miss Amanda froze. She had never seen it before, but nobody believed her immediately. Everything changed after that. Teachers who once smiled at Miss Amanda began to whisper behind her back. Parents looked at her with suspicion. Even some pupils became afraid to go near her. Miss Amanda tried to explain, but the more she spoke, the more guilty she looked. The same school that once loved her was now turning against her. That evening, Miss Amanda sat alone, heartbroken. She kept asking herself one question: who would do this to me? She had given her best to the school. She had loved the children. She had respected everyone, but now, her name was being dragged through the mud for something she did not do. After school, Mrs. Grace, the cleaner, quietly approached Miss Amanda. She looked around to make sure nobody was listening. Then she said, "Miss Amanda, there is something I need to tell you." Miss Amanda became still. Mrs. Grace continued, "Yesterday after closing, I saw Miss Brenda enter your classroom. She was holding something." Miss Amanda's heart dropped. The next day, Miss Amanda confronted Miss Brenda in the hallway. She asked her directly, "Why did you enter my classroom after closing?" Miss Brenda's face changed for a second. Then she forced a smile and denied everything. She said Miss Amanda was only trying to blame someone else because she had been caught, but Miss Amanda knew the truth was getting closer. Miss Amanda requested a meeting with all the teachers. Mrs. Williams agreed. Everyone gathered in silence. Some believed Miss Amanda was guilty, some were not sure anymore. Miss Brenda sat quietly, pretending to be calm, but her hands told another story. She was nervous. Mrs. Williams asked if anyone had something to say. For a moment, nobody spoke. Then Mrs. Grace stepped forward. Her voice was low, but clear. She told everyone that she saw Miss Brenda enter Miss Amanda's classroom after school. The room became silent. All eyes turned to Miss Brenda. Mrs. Williams ordered another search. This time, they checked places nobody had checked before. Then, behind a stack of old files, they found the real missing documents. They were hidden carefully, and beside them was something that connected everything back to Miss Brenda. Miss Brenda's face went pale. She knew the lie had collapsed. At first, Miss Brenda tried to deny it, but the evidence was too strong. Finally, she broke down. She confessed that she planted the envelope in Miss Amanda's drawer. She confessed that she wrote the note. She confessed that she wanted Miss Amanda to lose the promotion, not because Miss Amanda did anything wrong, but because she was jealous. Mrs. Williams apologized to Miss Amanda in front of everyone. The teachers were ashamed. The pupils returned to her with love, and Miss Amanda's name was cleared. But even though the truth came out, the pain stayed with her, because sometimes, being falsely accused hurts deeper than people realize. Miss Amanda returned to the classroom. She continued teaching with grace, strength, and dignity, but everyone in that school learned a lesson they would never forget. Sometimes, the person clapping for you in public may be fighting you in secret, but no matter how long a light travels, truth will always find its way back